back on the Jeep. Pretty much every night this week. I've put in about an hour every night just doing little stuff. Just since the tub's on and mounted down now. I got the ECM or computer here mounted, plugged in. Smog canister filter, I can't think what it's called right now, but got that back on here. This goes down to the fuel tank evaporator valve or something I can't think of what it's called, but anyway, I got the other tubes that go up here to the manifold there, but they're in the way right now, so I took them off. But the brakes are done from master cylinder all the way back. The wire for that valve is right here. It's just not hooked up yet. Getting ready to drape this whole wiring harness here all the way over to the battery box. So it's going to end up getting attached to the firewall there. I'm going to try and use some of the original clips that came with it, but I think I pretty much trashed most of them. And I don't trust them. They're just old crap. So I put these mud deflectors back on here, cleaned them up, and stuck them back on. Gotta mount this battery box on there. It's been done in Herculiner. I don't really care for Herculiner, but it's on the frame and it's on the battery box now. What the hell? But that's where I'm at so far today. Sticking it all back together slowly. Now I'm not going to run any of the wires back through the firewall. I got enough in here already because it's just about time to get Monster Liner going. So I'm going to do a few more things with this front end, but I'm going to probably start the body work on this right away because I'm really getting close. Like maybe next week, getting some Monster Liner in here and getting started. Alright, I'm just getting in the garage for today. I'm going to take these old fenders that are pretty much chewed up. Going to pop out these plastic rivets, save this, clean it up. This little skirt, mud skirt here, I guess you call it. Clean these up real good, and then I got a pattern that I'm going to end up putting on here and cutting these out. Cutting these fenders out for the tube fenders that'll go on the front there. So, clean up both of these. These are pretty well shot. The fenders are still good. This one here is not half as bad as that other one. The other one's got a little bit of a kink in it that I'm going to end up having to hammer out, but that's okay. This will be up under the tube bumpers. I mean, tube fenders. So, you see it's pretty well chewed up, but the inner fender well itself is what I'm going to need. So I'm going to clean it up, get some rust inhibitor on it today, both of them, and cut them out, rust inhibit them, and then get them ready to put on the Jeep here. This is an access panel to the transmission, so I got to clean this up and get it rust inhibited on the bottom and painted and stuff. Actually, I'll just put rust inhibitor on this, so that's the plan for today. Alright, these are the inner fenders. I've cut off all of the parts I don't need, the outer parts were chewed up anyway. This is the inner fender wells after they've been cut the way, according to the pattern, they've been cut. And they will mount onto this tube fender here. This is a brand new tube fender. I took it out just to mock it up here. I don't want to scratch it up too much here. I already got a scratch from shipping. Anyway, the tube fender goes on the outside. So you'll see the nice decorative, well, I wouldn't call it too decorative, but flip it over here. It's it's tough, let's put it that way. This fender is on the outside. This is the top. And these will go on the inside. And right and left, obviously, but I got these all cut out the way I want them. Except the area there that's marked, I gotta grind that all down flat because it won't fit into this area right in here. So it's got to go all the way down in there and be flush. So after cleaning them up and grinding them and cutting them, or cutting them and then grinding them, I had to mock it up, put it in here, line it up with the grill, and I stuck it together and seen that it was off just a little bit, so that's as far as I can go tonight. I can't grind it down. It's like 10 o'clock at night. So I'll grind that down and get back to work on it tomorrow. Once I get these fitting and I get it all mocked up, then I'll paint these with the rust inhibitor and then black, gloss black, and then set them to the side and be ready for monster liner for that fender, or the tube fender, and move on to the rest of this project. Okay, I'm grinding these fenders down to make them fit. Got them all lined up on this side or the front. Now I'm working on the back right here. I gotta trim off these areas right here. I've already trimmed them probably about 3 different times, and steady trying to get them trimmed down to where I need them. Got that one over there already done. Just about to finish this one up. Alright, today I got a few things going on at once. Painted the back side of the grill in not flat black, but gloss black. Just the back. The front is going to be monster lined in blue. The bolt, to bolt that grill down, I just had to trim off a little bit to make it fit right. Here's the front fenders, inner fenders. I'm going to put those on as soon as I bring that grill over here. I'm going to put the grill on tonight, and then mount the 2 fenders, put the tube fenders on. Just did the wiring here for the battery cables. Just got it all nice and neat and tidy. So that's all together. These cables, the clamps here, they're ratted and trashed. So I'm going to heat these up and pull them off, and then I ordered some new ones that I'll put on there. So we're moving right along pretty quick now. Alright, it's really starting to take shape now. Got the grill on, both front fenders. Still have to screw these in, which would hold on the inner fender here. That'll pull it up tight. As you can see, it's still moving a little bit. That's because these screws aren't in here. And these 3 right here need to be put into the inner fender well, but I'll get to that. But for now, it's taking shape. You can actually see it's a Jeep YJ now. Yeah, this fender here really dips down quite a bit, so these bolts that'll be in here will bring that inner fender up a little bit, make it fit well. Still have some small painting to do. I'm gonna paint these braces here, and a couple other small things over there, but bunch of small stuff, and then of course paint. That's it for tonight.